Hey, once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Special Edition. Today is Sunday. We are here. We are live. We are lit. We're waiting on the one and only Miss Teri Woods, author extraordinaire. She has been on the New York Times best-selling list for over, I don't know how many books now. I don't know if they have a record. What's up, sir? BTP Media Group. Appreciate you tuning in. We're just waiting on our guest, Miss Teri Woods. Like I said, once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Special Edition. It's a Sunday edition we're doing today for the one and only author, Miss Teri Woods. It's going down today right here in the boudoir. Like I said, we do what we do best every time. And once again, your Thursdays will never be the same, 7 to 9 p.m. Check us out every Thursday. It's going down. What's up, Gidget? How you doing? How you doing? To everybody that's out there in the world, we're waiting on the one and only Miss Teri Woods to chime in, to come in, because we're supposed to be interviewing her today. And we're going to be talking about her illustrious career as an author, now owner of her own publishing firm. And we're going to be talking about her books. Her current book that's out is called Teri's Game. We're going to be talking about Teri's Game and trying to find out what the game was about and what she learned from it. That was her autobiographical, which will talk about all of the different craziness that has gone on in her career as an author and all of the different phases and different things that she had to go through. But we definitely going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about so much more with her. She's been on the scene for a good number of years, but now we're just waiting for her to pop in, and then we're going to talk and liven it up and talk about everything and anything she has going on. All right, so everybody that's popping in, Lou Bands, Branson, what up, what's popping, Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. Hey, it's the one and only Miss Teri Woods. She is here now, so let's see if we can bring her in. Okay, Teri, you gotta hit request. You gotta hit request in order for me to be able to bring you in. Hopefully you can hit the word request. Yep, unable to join. All right. Teri, gotta hit the word request. Did you hit the word request? Gidget. She is management for the incredible band that I had on Thursday, just to let y'all know. The incredible band that we had on, it was the one and only Lion Throne that came on. Incredible band. There's Teri Woods. Waiting on her to come back now, because she left out. All right, so hopefully we'll be able to get this going. Yeah! Yeah, so we had Lion Thrown on. They have a new incredible song out and video called Set Me Free. Go check them out. Up top, what up? What's poppin'? Baba Snatcher, what up? What's poppin'? Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Radio Show. I'm waiting on the one and only Miss Teri Woods. What up? You know, it's what I do. Chilling, waiting for, and this week is going to be an incredible show. Next week, incredible show. Every week, incredible show. I want y'all to check it out. I have episodes up right here on Instagram, so y'all can go watch. Listen to a lot of people that are up and coming, celebrities, athletes, you name it. We've had it. It's here, the Evening Experience. Experience us, experiencing you every week. And I'm waiting for Miss Teri Woods to pop back in momentarily. She popped in and then she popped out. I guess she had some technical difficulties, but hopefully that'll clear up and she'll be back momentarily. But we definitely going to be talking about her illustrious career and the things that she had going on, the incredible work that she has going on as far as being not only an author, but now her own publisher. She has, many insights into the realm of literature that we can talk to her about, from her fiction to her autobiographical to anything that she has going on. Yes, I believe yes. Yes. All right, let's see. Connect.
Hi. Finally.
She's alive.
Finally.
All right.
Let me get set up. How are you?
I'm good now.
And I can hear you and see you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
I'm,
not touching anything, so we're not going to touch anything. How are you?
I'm great, and yourself?
Good.
For those that are just tuning in, that are popping in, that are watching, that are popping in and out, publishers, Divine, and all the people that are popping in, just to let y'all know, thank you. Great energy. Yes, she has incredible energy.
Yeah.
Just to let y'all know, this is the one and only famed, incredible author, Miss Teri Woods, is in the building. She is now her own publisher. So we're going to be talking about her being a publisher. We're going to talk about wearing, multiple hats, being an author, being time put on the New York bestsellers list. And we're going to be talking about her new autobiographical, Teri's Game. Because for those people that don't know, there's a lot to being at the top, and there's a lot being at the top. And she has been there for many years, and we're going to talk about what it takes sometimes and some of the things you go through being at the top. First and foremost, what got you into being an author?
I just started writing a book one day. I started writing. I had always written poetry. I loved poetry. But yeah, I just started writing one day.
Literally, so you just sat down and said, I got some things on my mind. Okay. And then,
Yep, I was daydreaming.
wow. With that being the case, and when you wanted to put out your first book, how did you feel?
Huh?
How did it feel putting out your first book?
How did it feel? It felt good, I guess. I was stumbling into it. I didn't really know what I was doing.
Okay.
And I just had to wing everything. So I just went out there and tried to sell it, and it worked. I was selling it hand to hand, and I was selling it to inmates. I had been turned down a lot, so I had probably lost a lot of faith in the book being, as a success as it turned out to be. I probably didn't even realize it would be that at that time.
So when it finally hit that you were a sensation and people loved your literature and you were putting out this incredible work, as you grew into the name Teri Woods, because you became a phenom, like there wasn't a place from magazines to
Marvette Brito did great
radios.
branding, and it was a great body of work to brand. So it worked. I had a publicist named Marvette Brito, and when you start talking about the magazines and the name and the this and the that, she was very influential in doing all of that.
It was more than influential. There wasn't a place that nobody couldn't find Teri Woods. Like you were the author that everybody couldn't put down.
Well, they still can't when they read Teri's Game. They still can't. You're not going to put it down.
The reason why I'm
can't stop reading. Don't get mad at me when it ends.
The reason why I'm starting from the beginning, because some people, if they've been sleeping on a rock, don't know who you are. But I like to always give a backdrop to who the person is.
Well, I started writing a book in 1992. Nobody would publish it. I went on to self-publish it by myself. And I started selling them out the trunk of my car in 1998. So it was a stretch. of 5 to 6 years where I wasn't able to do, you know, I didn't, no one would help me. I was just being rejected. And so during that stretch, I worked as a legal secretary. And then I finally decided that I would self-publish my book. And so I crazy glued it and I handmade it. It was typed on a typewriter, had no cover. Well, it had a cover, but it didn't have any color. It was just like this white, because color costs more money. So I couldn't, I was just a secretary. I can't afford color. So it's white. It's just white and it has some wording on it. Gold gun. That was it. The original True to the Game. Shout out for that original True to the Game. Typed on a typewriter with the crazy glue. That's right. That's it. 1998. There was no internet. No help in the hood.
How long
That's
have
what they
you
should call my movie? No help in the hood.
How long have you been an author?
30 years. Well, 1993, 92, I started writing. So I copyrighted the book in 93.
Wow.
Yeah, 27, 28 years. And, you know, the young people don't read. They just watch the movies now. So I got to hook it up. I got to get, you know, very, very active for them over here. It's they'll never know unless it's a movie. So thanks for telling my age.
No, please. You look as young as a
Say,
day.
no, I love my age. I'm cool with it.
But you look incredible. Don't get it twisted. Trust me,
I've been here too long not to claim my age. Forget that. I made it.
You definitely, and the reason why I wanted to expound on that, it was because of the fact that a lot of people don't understand. If you want something in life, in order to see it come to fruition, sometimes you gotta dig deep. Sometimes you gotta really go after what you really want.
You have to figure out a way. You have to make a path for yourself. Sometimes you'll think that you're going in the right direction and the lights might go out. That's when your good judgment, your good character, your good integrity is going to get you back to the starting point so you can try again. And so I just tell people, don't be afraid to try again. Don't give up on yourself. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Get out of this box that, you know, you're letting yourself get in, and just stay focused. And if you believe in yourself, don't ever give up, and don't let anybody get in your way.
And I noticed you didn't, because no matter what the adversity, you stood strong and you kept believing in what you believed in, which was you.
Yeah, sometimes you have to
works.
fall back, though. Sometimes you have to take a step back. It might get a little crowded. It might become overwhelming. You know, for me, the business just became too heartbreaking and too much for me at that time because of so many things that were going on. And I just needed to step back for a minute and reevaluate things and then recreate a new path for myself. And sometimes you got to chop down trees to make a path, you know, so you could be out there chopping for a while if you have to chop down trees, and then that could take some time. And then you're going to have to lay a path, and that could take more time. But eventually you will get to where you're trying to go.
I like that. Go ahead, Miss Teri Woods.
Yeah, you just keep chopping. Make that path.
So, on to the incredible works. Teri's Game was you put out, and it embodied everything or a lot of the things that you've been through in the industry. And you're and what I like about what I read is that you're very graphical about what you're saying. Like, you just, here it is. And I like that because you're speaking from, you know, what your experience was and how it transpired. And reading the excerpts that I did read from the book, I'm like, whoa, okay.
You need to wait till you read the whole book. Like, you only got a little bit. You got nothing. I told you.
Apparently.
I told you. I tried to get you to do what I said do, but I couldn't. I will send you the whole book.
I
You must
appreciate
read it
that.
later.
I appreciate that. But my thing is, when I look at even some of the excerpts, it just literally shows your strength, your beliefs, your power. Even, sometimes you say you got to take a step back, but you still have to have a fortitude or a strength to go through those things. And so
Tenacity.
that too, that too.
And you have to have a good sense of integrity and character, and you have to have your beliefs, and you have to stick by what you believe in. You can't get caught up in what other people are doing or saying, or trying to move you away from what you believe. And so I do believe in that. And just an amazing gift that will not rest. So
When writing this book, and having to draw on all of the things that you've been through, was it almost cathartic to put them on page and now be like, wow, that's a lot?
I knew it was a lot. I knew it was a lot when I was going through it. It was a lot for me. And I had an emotional support system. Miss Linda was wonderful. Marvette's mother was there for me. Um, like 100%. People that really weren't my friends started reaching out to me, like Mita's Judah's wife. She was wonderful to me. Just I had been to her house and we did things, because we were in the same neighborhood when we had kids and stuff, and we did the kid thing and all that. But I wasn't. She wasn't my girlfriend until after I needed a friend. She was there for me. So when I just think about, the people who came into my life, from Blue to Shaborn to, all the people who took care of me and helped me get through Bashir, like just all these amazing people who refused to let me, give up. It got to the point where I said, you know what, I got to do something, because, if nothing else, these people really believe in me, and they're just, such inspirational support. So when you're going through things and you can reach back, or there's people when you fall that will reach out to help you get up or believe in you, that really makes all the difference. And so a lot of people didn't understand the business, and they didn't understand the journey. I don't think that some of the people that were helping me realized the journey or realized the things that I was going through. They were just very, very amazing, kind people. And so I'm very blessed.
Not only were you blessed, but to even expound on the mishaps, the thievery, the lawsuits, the hate,
It was a lot.
the compounded, people are always trying to take you apart, to survive that and then persevere by creating your own company, by
Well, I didn't
facilitating.
create my own company. I've had my business for 20 years.
Okay.
I'm a black
Well, but
business.
it came out of the fact that you had to deal with other people beforehand that
No,
weren't
this
scrupulous.
this book is what came out of all of that. My years in business and my years in publishing. This represents 20 years of business. I took it back to 1991.
Right. It took you. You went back in your life before you became.
Right.
Right.
How I did everything and how everything happened, from Method Man to having a mentor to get me through, being a legal secretary, paralegal, going to school every day, and working in a law firm, and you know doing janitorial at night and cleaning toilets. I was cleaning toilets when Set It Off came on. I used
Wow.
to go in this bank. What was it? It was called, let me think. Oh my God. I want to say it was called Sovereign Bank. Was that
Wow.
it?
Well, I know Sovereign, but that is a bank. But
Yeah, it's years ago. And I used to always pretend with Miss Janice that I was one of the girls from Set It Off, and I would hand her this little note, and I'd be like, I'm robbing the bank today. So I'm sick of this shit. She'd be like, Terry, if you don't go on somewhere, I'm not paying you no mind, girl. Take your note and get out of here, please. But that was me working and cleaning toilets every day. That's what I was doing.
For me, that, like I said, that's incredible. Like I said, that you went through all of the above, but you took the opportunity, no matter what it
I
came,
worked 16-hour
work.
days.
Right.
That's what I can't believe. 16 hours, 2 full-time jobs.
Well, actually, to whomever that is, which was more difficult for you, writing your memoir or your works of fiction?
More difficult to write, or I think probably the memoir, but more difficult to put together would probably be the children's books.
Because
it's difficult because I can't do it by myself. It's easy. Both are easy. Fiction, you gotta have a really good imagination, and you gotta make things up. You get to make up anything. It's very easy. Telling the truth or thinking about what you're going to tell, you got to sort of sit there for a minute and say, how am I gonna, but nothing is difficult except like I said, the children's book is a little bit more difficult for me because I know it's going to entail working with other people, the sketch artist, and it's other stuff with that, but just writing a book, I wouldn't say difficult. I would say more, the memoir was much more strategic.
When did you know that you fell in love with words?
I mean, I guess I became an author, and I was I have been so successful that bringing the words to life on a page is really good for me. I've realized that it's my thing. I'm really good at it. So I don't know when I realized it, but I would imagine when I was making I make a lot of money. So when I first started making good money, I knew that I had something, honestly. And that was 30 years ago. Well, 20 years ago when I started my business.
I could see Sanaa Lathan playing you in a movie like the Teri Woods story. I could see that happening.
I am not even going to say who I thought, but she would probably be good too. I have like this daydream of who would play me, like totally, but I don't want to say until they agree to do it. I don't want to jinx it. I'm not saying, but I know who I want. I've told people who I want.
Okay.
Told them who it is. So
okay.
It won't be done. But she's good. I could do her. She could definitely probably play me now that I think about it.
What is the gist of what people will get from your autobiographical? What is the thing that will not make them put it down?
Not putting it down has nothing to do with the message that's in the book. Not putting it down is just the flow. That's my pen game. It's been my pen game, and it's just what I do. So that's never going to change. When you purchase a Teri Woods book, you already know what it is. The kids might go hungry. Husband is sitting over there like, yo, I'm here. And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm here. I'm here. Could you leave me alone? And yep, you're going to miss the train. You'll miss the bus stop. Ain't nothing changed. You ain't putting it down. But that has nothing to do with the message of the things that I experienced in business on the levels that I experienced them, and trying to get people to understand just how systematically racist the business is against us, or against me. Let me not speak for anybody. It's systematically racist and sexist and everything else, and that you can think of, and they'll try to do anything to you. and they will, and they'll try to get away with it, and they will. And the only thing that will probably stop them is, I have no idea. I wouldn't even want to think what might stop people, but it's pretty bad. I would say it's probably worse than the music industry, actually. You know, the things that I went through were
The other
too
person
much.
I think would do almost looks like you, figure wise, or would be Lisa Ray.
I love her too. See, you know what? You haven't hit my nail yet. You're trying
I'm
me.
getting there. I'm
You're
getting there.
trying me to see the reaction, I think. She's on the list. Put her on my list. I
Okay.
love her. I love her. I totally love her. She would do it. She could definitely do it, because she excuse me, would you like to buy a book? Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, that's me out there rolling around having a tantrum if you walk by me.
What I also notice about you is you are very tenacious. You are very in your face. And what I like that is that when you write, it's the same way. It's very strong. It's very powerful. You embrace, embody words, like you make people see uh, 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 the actual words. They actually leap off of the page. It's like it's hard not to,
Feel something.
right. You
You
have
take
to
it in,
evoke some emotion,
and
right?
yeah, and I mean, but I think that that's with most writing, isn't it? Like, isn't that what most? No.
I have seen a. There's only. That's why there's only one Teri
That's
Woods.
why I'd be
Yes.
like, yo, I can't even read this shit. I don't even know how these people reading this book. I ain't even gonna try to read that. Hold on, let me see this one. They said this was good. Hold up. Oh my God, I can't. But then I have ADHD, so I'm really like, that might be it too, the ADHD as well, and the constant movement, and that I get into. So I do know that I'm very quick, and I get you right there, and I'm gonna get you in. I'm get you out. You're gonna be like, yo, Jesus, what just happened here? And then,
Right.
that's what they
Right.
were doing. And
Right.
that's, hold on. I know this bitch did not end this book like, hold up, Teri. This the end? Ain't no more? Hold up. This shit's over? I'm writing a letter. I'm gonna email her right now. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? It's gonna be okay. I'll write something else for you. It'll be okay. Don't be mad.
When you started writing children's book, what was your point of doing so? What was the reason why you wanted to do children's books?
That I wanted to do what?
Children's books.
I mean, well, they fucking chased me out of the industry. I couldn't even put a book out. They were freaking stealing everything. They were bootlegging me. They were harassing the fuck out of me.
Yes, for all these people who are tuning in, ils parlent français, oui, j'en parle français. She is speaking French. Yeah.
Now that I think about it, it was just too much. And you know what else happened? The internet came along. And once the internet came along, it just clobbered everything for me. Because my traditional self-publishing and my traditional way of doing business, which is why I went back to Teri's game, it's only available in print. Because the internet doesn't work. People really don't download those books. Because if they did, I'd be just fine out here. And we wouldn't have Teri's game, would we? No. So there's no more internet for any new content that I do. Everything is going back to traditional print. I'm not putting my content on that internet thing. I don't know I'm not doing that at all. I'm done with that. I'll print a book and we'll read it in print, or we won't be reading it. How about that? And as long as you have that United States Postal Service, I'm good. So until you dismantle that, Teri's game.
Okay, so.
And that's why.
They can find it on your website.
That's it. I'm not playing. There will be no more dismantling. There will be no more playing games, trying to figure things out. I'm not even going to worry about trying to counting your numbers, my number. No, 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 no. I'm only doing my books in print moving forward. And I want to disassociate with any downloadable content that comes in the form of my writing, because I don't feel that it's business. It's just not good business for me. Just for me. I'm sure it works for everybody else.
Yeah,
Doesn't work for me.
and I totally understand that because, you never know, like you said, how the breakdown goes or
You
how.
don't know anything. You're given a number at the end of the month. There's no accountability,
Right.
and that's not good business. And that's why, part of me writing Teri's Game, experiencing what I went through, being able to tell you the numbers, being able to show you the business, being able to tell you how we were doing business and how we were manifesting and how we were making hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars in the book business just by writing one book. You can make six figures, but you cannot do it if you're caught up in something else. And so, I offer workshops if anybody wants to self-publish, but I honestly just had a guy contact me, Miss Hillary Tyson Beckford's mom. And so she had this guy who just contacted me yesterday, and I told him, you know what? I won't even charge you. You don't have to pay me anything. It's called $14.95. And I'm sure that once you read this, if you wanted to do a book, everything that you need to know, everybody that you need to call, everything, the numbers, the websites, everything that I was told to do so that I could be Teri Woods is in this book. So for $14.95, you could read this book instead of being taken for a ride.
Wow.
You might contact me and say, Teri, I read your book. Thank you. I know exactly what to do for myself. Who's your printer? And that's the only question that you should really be asking me after you read this. I mean, like, here's the water.
Right.
You may drink. Or you can stay thirsty. Your choice. I'm not going to say a word. I've already done my job for the African American community. I've just saved a lot of people a headache in publishing by printing this book. And so knowing the shutdown, knowing how they write letters, knowing how they like to make phone calls and make sure that your business is this or you're put in a box or you're not this or you're not that. And that's what they do. It's why everybody has to go to terrysgame.com to order this book. So this way we don't even have to play any games and you don't have to write any of your stupid letters. And I'm not even going to worry about spending a bunch of money to try to sell my book and do what I want to do. You can't stop me. There we go. There we go. Back in business.
I like that.
You just have to believe.
Right.
You have to believe. And you have to stop following the 360s. Now, you stop following the 360s, and that means you're an independent. So either you want to be a 360 or you want to be an independent, but you got to make up your mind. Can't have both. Okay? So if you want the 360, then go do it. Do it. Give it away. Do you. Good luck.
Shout out to Prince Marky D for chiming in the building.
Hi.
From the Fat Boys, if some of y'all young people on here don't remember who they are, but Fat Boys incredible
hey.
rappers.
I shout out Lanice. Lanice took me in. Queen Pen took me in. Everybody. Off the streets. I know she has a relation with one of them, but yeah, shout out to the Fat Boys.
What is the next big thing for Teri Woods? Because you are definitely a phenomenal woman who embodies strength and power, and your words are incredible. So we know we're going to keep reading. We're going to go to terrysgame.com. We're going to purchase the book. We're going to read up on all of the things that we should be doing if we are thinking about going into this realm. But
right.
What is the next big thing for you?
Outside of wanting to really produce Teri's Game, like this is my new baby. Like this trumps everything for me. There's nothing that I have on my bookshelf right now that means more to me than Teri's Game. And I have a lot of books on my bookshelf that I've co-authored, authored, and published. And so one of the things that I have to do is, or one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to see my line turned into film. And, if nothing else, make sure that, everybody's straight. My team has always been straight, regardless of bickering. They know that. So, yeah, I'm still mad. Doesn't mean you
Okay.
won't get paid.
I'm gonna put out another one that I think
Yeah, I have beef with you, but it doesn't mean I don't cut that check. And so that's part of being Teri Woods, but and understanding this business. And like I said, I've been doing this for 30 years. So it's not, you still have to take care of your people no matter what you're going through. And that would be great, knowing that I was able to do that. My next big project for me, like I said, my Teri's game that I would love to see into fruition. I want to see my children's books. I want a cartoon. I want merchandising. And there is no way. There's no, look at me. Really? A pink swine? Okay. A pink swine. You know how much that pink swine is actually worth? That pink little swine. Yeah, we got beef. It's like, you see the characters in Times Square fighting each other and shit for a picture. Let me tell you something. I'm not done until Ginger Giraffe is hauled off in handcuffs for fucking up Mickey Mouse, okay? So when that shit happens, that's right, I got the $20 for the photo. They wanted to take the picture with me, okay? Yeah, and you want to fight me about it now, right? And we're all going to go to jail. How about that? We can all go to jail this time. So yeah, I'll be down in Times Square once COVID is over, fighting, Spider-Man, Ginger Giraffe, Big Bear, Professor Toad Smart, and Katie Kangaroo. They'll all be down there kicking ass. That's what we're going to do this time. And you're not going to kick me off the block. You're not kicking my animals anywhere. How about that? And I'm going to... You're not doing anything. You're getting out of here this time.
all right.
I make a call. So that's what we're going to be doing. And we're going to be doing it big. And I'm going to create my cartoon because everybody is going to be represented. And all children will see themselves. And so there's just no way that I started writing these children's books and, was welcomed into the schools and was reading to children. And that's really where I was just really so I couldn't believe those little babies. I just love them so much. I had such a good time with them. And so I really want to continue my work with that. And figure out a way, even if Ginger has to Zoom into the classrooms just to say hi and do her jingle. Ginger has jingles, We sing and read books. You want to hear a jingle? You want to hear a Ginger Giraffe jingle?
Listen.
Because I can do it.
I could
at
see.
Any time.
I could also see Miss Entanglement herself playing you.
Listen, I am totally entangled. Yes.
Jada Pinkett Smith, I can see her playing you as well.
Jada Pinkett Smith, she could, listen, if I told you who's playing me, I'm just waiting for these people to get my letter of intention executed. And then I will let you know people who I picked to play Teri's game. We get ready to do this, honey. This is it. Yes, it has to be. There's no way that me and Vicky Stringer did the things that we did. There's no way that I did the things that I did. There's no way that that girl did the things that she did. Listen, do people even understand that girl had 100 books and 34 authors signed to her company?
Wow.
Can you imagine juggling 100 books?
No.
Okay. If I brought in $10 million and I tell you that she claims that was peanuts and nobody's saying our name and nobody's celebrating us, and we invented a wheel for so many people to have a career. my intentions were always pure and good and looking out for my authors, and everything that I did that jump started that whole market and that whole genre or whatever you want to call it, and then nobody know our stories or our struggles or our triumphs as Black women in business. And I just think that, I just hope that Teri's game sheds a light on, the work and the effort, and I
You ain't
hope
got.
people appreciate it.
Look at me. You definitely don't have to talk about sharing light. You got the spotlight, the floodlight, the you got all
I
types
mean,
of
but this
light.
was the thing. I got up every day to battle her. I got up every day just to, okay, you know what we're going to do with this book? You know what? Ripping that out. I'm going to rewrite the whole thing. When I'm done, I got a story. Watch what I do, Vicky. And so I sued her. For many years, I battled her. She came right after me with an independent book. She came right after me as the second, I guess I would say, the person who came after me with an independent book. Remember, it's only me on the streets. It's only me.
Wow.
There's nobody else out there with a book. Who's this? You know me. I'm like, hold up. Where you get that? What is this? Where's that? What? Who is she? You're selling what? Hold on. Gotta investigate. And it turned out that it was a book called Let That Be the Reason by Vicky Stringer. At the time, she was in jail. I mean, I just think that her story is amazing. I think my journey is amazing. I think that anytime you go out here and you inspire other people, and then you can help them change the course of their life or the course of their destiny, or you can help them make money, you can enrich them, whether it's financially, spiritually, mentally, educationally, physically, whatever it is, you're making a contribution to your people, to your community, to your neighborhood. And True to the Game definitely did that. It did that for a lot of people. And that's what Teri's game is about. That journey.
I appreciate you embodying strength, power, perseverance. But I will tell anybody, if you read this book, it's not for the faint of heart, because I'm telling you now, the stuff you read, I guarantee you will be, like she said, you'll forget about your husband, you'll forget about your kids, you'll be sitting there for days just going,
No, actually, probably just for one day.
Listen, however long, you will be sitting there going, what the freaking hell? How? Who did that? She's been through so much, but it is excellently written. It is something that you will not put down. It gives you blow by blow of what her experience in being an author and being, as she said, a Black woman in business has gone through to reach.
It also talks, it also has several chapters of what was happening to me personally that I don't think you got the excerpts from, but you wouldn't really realize the things that I was dealing with when I went home at night. And, having to get up and go outside and, sometimes while you're making your path, you'll find that someone else is making a path as well. And sometimes they cross. So you're dealing with that in business. You're dealing with paths crossing. You're dealing with a lot of bad business. It's New York. Come on. It's the takeover. It's in real time. And so you could be on top 1 minute and you could be, on the bottom. It's like a New York minute. It could be all over. You could lose this fast, and you could lose people. You could lose loved ones, people, and then the other thing that I really learned the most was that it's not so much, I don't feel like I changed. I feel like a lot of people around me changed because of my money. And there's nothing worse than that. It's like Lord of the Rings. They start out really good, but if they hold the ring, they turn.
The precious.
So you got to have a habit. The moral of the story is get a friggin' habit and stop complaining. Make sure the people that you have around you are good people.
Facts.
Seriously. And you live and you learn. But you're not going to be able to get through this business or say that you were in business for 20 years if you're not able to handle your business either. And so no matter what happens, you got to move mountains. If you can't move them and it's out of your hands, hey, you know what to do.
Well, I
get on your knees. Just get on your knees.
I've moved many mountains to get this woman here because I've had time after time, left and right, because everybody.
I couldn't even do makeup. I would have been late again, and I did not want you to cancel. I didn't put on any makeup.
Hold up, seriously?
This is ridiculous. I couldn't even be on time. I tried to go get my hair done. There's nothing. Look at it. It's just ridiculous.
You're perfect. I wouldn't change a thing.
It's ridiculous. I didn't even have time to make a ponytail. Everybody's complaining about the ponytail. They're like, look, Teri, seriously, this ponytail thing with you and this ponytail, it's a little much now. And I'm like, really? I love my pony. That's all I do. No. So this is what you get on a Sunday afternoon. And I'm not drinking. It's the other thing. It's my day off. Don't drink on Sundays. I try not to drink the wine on Sunday.
Yo, this is the one and only Miss Teri Woods. I am dying right here at this moment.
You had to pick a Sunday.
Hey, I had
There's no wine. I can't even get myself together over here.
when you first got here, you couldn't get it, and I was like, oh Lord, here we go. No.
But it is good to finally sit down and talk with you. I thank you so much. And I'm so sorry that I missed the last couple of lives. I'm so sorry.
3, 4. But who's counting? But you know what the funniest thing is? And I knew for a fact that I would reach this pinnacle right here. I knew I would, because there are so many people who love you. I have Miss Tony in the building. She's my former co-host.
Hey, Lizzie, should now I see that one. Look, I need glasses. I should have my glasses on, then I could read. This gotta get all going.
Miss Tony is a TV host. She's in here. She definitely would love to interview you.
Don't I know her?
She was my former co-host. She left me.
She did?
Like, she's on TV now, so she don't need me.
Really?
Yeah, that's what happened. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. No, but I love her to death. I love her to death. She's my heart. She's my heart. But there's so many people that, like I said, the incredible works stand for itself. Your words will stand the test of time. You're an incredible writer, and it's been my esteemed pleasure. Miss Avery, what's up?
Hi, Miss Avery.
Reggie, Brax, everybody that's popping in, popping out.
Popping out. Hey.
But the one and only, like I said, Prince Marky D in the building. Stayed the entire interview. I appreciate him doing that. Check out Rock the Bells, Sirius XM, for listening out for him, and so many others. Shout out to LL Cool J. Shout out to Burr Brand. Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys. Wait. Thank you for supporting me all these years.
Do you see what she wrote? She said, "Oh my God." She said, "Oh my God." She spoke to me.
Yeah, I did. I can see. Look, I ain't got my glasses on and shit. I gotta get all the way up here and see. Big supporter. See, I see it. That's how bad it is. They need to come up with some kind of magnifying glass for us so that we can read this shit like right here where we're sitting, and not have to go all like that. But it's elderly to come out and show us some kind of way.
I'm waiting for the day that they have it magnified in the air and it just pops up.
Exactly, the air. I can just pull that and, oh, okay, I see. Hey, how you doing? What's up?
If you have some imparting words, what would they be? to sum up the Teri's Games experience, what would it be?
Teri's Game is definitely a magnetic memoir that details the ups and downs of the publishing business and my journey as a publisher, author, and co-author for the last 30 years. Does that help? Just to sum it up really quickly, he's using very big words over there, you guys. He's trying to throw people off, okay? So it's a journey, and you can't, like any other Teri Woods book, I promise you, you're not going to put it down. The best thing for me right now is that I can tell you that I'd rather you take just a weekend and stay home and read a good book right now. I'd rather you stay home and binge watch TV. I'd rather you keep yourself safe and, just, stay safe. And if reading a book and the content that's on television, and just keep yourself safe. And this is a really good book. You'll have a great weekend. I promise. You'll have a great weekend.
Teri'sGame.com.
Teri'sGame.com.
Please go and purchase the book. Tell your friends, tell your brother, tell your mother, tell your sister, tell your father, tell them all. This will be an incredible read into the life and the world of Miss Teri Woods. You will get a lot. And when I tell you a lot, trust me,
but the best thing is that when you can read a book cover to cover, there is nothing like it in the world. Like, it's such a good feeling. And so for a lot of us, we don't have that luxury of time, or there's something about it. Like, I start reading and I don't remember I'm like, oh shit, what did she just say? I gotta go back and read that other page. I done missed something. I don't even understand hold that. This shit confusing. And I just end up putting it down and I just can't even remember what I just read. And it's like, never mind. I don't know what's going on here. But I don't really try to trick you. I've always just tried to give everybody a really good story. I've never tried to be some tricky writer with the English literature bullshit. I can't do it because I can't even read it myself. So you don't have to worry about that bullshit. That's some bullshit you ain't got to worry about. At least you ain't got to worry about that. Fucking trying to figure out, what the fuck did she just write on the oh boy, who was this character? Where did it? No.
Okay. You have a fan that says, and I quote, I read her book cover to cover in one evening.
Well, she's in one evening, right? Exactly. Cover to cover. And then you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I remember it was such a good book.
I can't believe I've been here almost an hour with you, and I'm like, and this is what I mean by you definitely get sucked into the person, the literature, the words, her incredible spirit, and everything that's about Teri Woods. And I want to tell you, I appreciate you being here today and being a part of the Evening Experience family at any given time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Come back any given time. This is your home. Drop in
thank
anytime.
You. See, this is what I mean. See, you know what? I used to go out with Free back in the day, like really like long ago, when he used to hang out with Dougie Fresh, and I'll be sure, I bet they're still all friends or whatever, them and Christopher Williams and everything. And I used to stay at his mom's house and see what happens. 30 years later, here we are. Shout out to Free. Hey, Free.
Free, what's up?
And Mama Joyce. Jazzy.
And if you didn't know who she's talking about, you might remember a little song called Too Hype. Put on that dress. Can't believe that she said yes. All right, that's my first.
And we were in the garage. Oh, I was never the same. That garage. Remember those days, people? Had house music all night long. House music. Oh, remember that shit in the garage?
Facts.
Ooh, and that Without You would come on.
Follow me. Ooh. Follow me. Yeah.
I was a young girl listening to How You Flow back then, but yeah.
Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Teri Woods Books on Instagram, Teri Woods on Facebook, and Teri's Game is available at terisgame.com.
I want y'all to tune in, watch, listen. The Incredible Woman is here. This will be up.
Oh,
right
and wait,
here.
I got one more thing to tell you.
Go ahead. Yes.
I do feel like Manny is up to something. I'm pretty sure. I want to say within the next 60 days.
Okay.
I'm telling you, 60 days for True to the Game.
Okay.
I can feel he's up to something. I think. We'll see. I don't know. But I can always tell when he's sort of up to something. And because I'll be the last to know and shit. I'll be like, they'll be calling me. So I'm like, yo, see, the True to the Game is on. Come on. Or they'll say, yo, Teri, let's go to the movies and see like True to the Game Part 2. And I'll be like, I didn't even know this shit was out. Hold on, let me call them and find out the movie's out. So I really think the movies are coming. I really think it's coming now. I can't tell, but I think so. I think.
Corey Phelps, I don't know if you remember him. He said to tell you hi.
Hey, Corey.
Actor, yes. So I want to thank you for once again being here. This has been the evening experience from 7 to 9 every Thursday. It's your boy Mac 357. It goes down every week. The man with the golden voice. We are here. We are live. We are lit. Now, my co-host was not here today, Miss Fern Gully, but I know she wanted to be here. But I appreciate everybody that tunes in and that watches. Every Thursday, watch us. And I'm telling you right now, if you think this is just the tip of the iceberg, this Thursday is going to be lit. I'm telling you, like a Christmas tree. I'm going to take y'all back.
What are you doing Thursday?
Bring it forward.
What's going on?
Miss Pamela Long, formerly of Total's going to be in the building.
Who?
Pamela Long, Total. You remember
Really?
Total? Yes. So tune in, people. Watch. You never know what you're going to see. This is the evening experience. This has been me. This has been Miss Teri Woods. This is incredible.
Thank you, guys. Love you.
Hey.
Thank you.
All right.